Hi, everyone, and welcome to day 18 of the Summer Member Makeover. It's really hard to believe that you gals have only been doing this for 18 days, or at least I hope you feel that way too. So far today, we have Janie with us, and we have Krista with us. And we know that Donna is watching some grandkids, so she was a little concerned to know if she would be able to be on or not. But anyway, let's just start off like we always do as far as our wins. Can either one of you share some wins from yesterday? Crystal, can we start with you?
Sure. I still am drinking pop. That's still a win. Getting more vegetables in actually is a big win because I was having a little bit of trouble getting them in and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. So I have been. So that's a huge win for me. And just being able to get through the workday without that 2, 3 o'clock fatigue, been huge.
Wonderful. That's amazing. That's great. How about you, Janie?
Um, I'm going to have to agree with Crystal once again. My wins are very similar to hers. I just still find this whole thing amazingly easy. That's just the biggest win for me.
I think that that's what's so important to be able to share with women, because typically when people decide to diet and lose weight, it's complicated, and it really makes it difficult. And so for you both to be saying how easy it is, I think it just helps other women start to believe that it doesn't need to be complicated. So thanks, gals, for sharing that. And I think maybe we'll eventually see Janie back on. Something obviously happened to her there. So today I sent you information about how to have your cake and eat it too. Because almost every diet out there takes in, or even lifestyle change, takes and teaches that you have to avoid certain foods, that certain foods are, quote, bad. And they create a lot of guilt around it, and they never actually really help you learn to incorporate your favorite foods into your eating. So when you take and eat them, you feel like, oh, I mean, I have so many women tell me, I know I shouldn't have had this, or I feel really guilty that I ate that. And honestly, we need to be able to remove the guilt around food. Would you agree with that, Crystal? Do you feel guilty with any of the things that we've been talking about, or any of your favorite foods?
No, that's the biggest difference. I don't feel guilty. I don't want the things that I would normally want. Like I don't care to have potato chips and stuff like that. But that's nothing. I don't consider myself on a diet. I consider myself getting healthy, but I don't want those things. It's a different mindset and it's very hard to explain doing it this way, but this has been probably the best experience I've ever had. You don't feel neglected. I don't feel guilty. I haven't eaten anything I'm not supposed to eat because I don't want to, but if I did, I know how to do it. Like having that piece of chocolate with some protein. So I don't feel guilty, and that's a huge thing because every other diet I've been on has been you can't have this, you can't have this. And after 2 weeks, you start to think, well, I'd rather be fat than have to not have what I want. So this has been a huge eye opener. It's fantastic. And like Janie said, it's easy. I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I'm not punishing myself, which is so different than any other thing I've ever been on.
And the interesting part that I think that you will agree is that you're being able to create your own rules. Nobody's telling you you can't have, you shouldn't have, you'll be bad if you had, or making you feel guilty. And my goal with every woman that I work with is to be able to remove that guilt, because as women, we tend to, I want to say, harbor a lot of guilt about a lot of things. And we really need to be able to change that mindset to say, you know what, I can make my own choice. Yes, I might not have the size serving I've had before, but I know that if you really wanted a few chips, you could eat a few chips and you could do it without feeling guilty.
Mhm.
I think, interestingly enough, with your pop, as you call it, that if you went back and tried some of that, you'd probably find by now it's kind of sicky sweet. Because
I think so too, but I just don't have any appetite to try it. Like I'm really happy drinking water. Like I've really learned that your body needs it and your body is so much happier with it.
and it functions better. I mean, yesterday you were all sharing that your focus and your clarity was even better. I don't know whose music that was, but that was interesting.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, because you can focus and you can really see how much it affects you, improves how you feel. And that happened to me years and years ago, because I used to be a big diet soda drinker. And I actually, once I quit and was drinking the water and then tried it again, it's like, ugh, it's so gacky sweet that there's no way. And now we know all of the stuff that's in diet things. So that's a whole nother reason why I don't want to be putting that into my body, but it's your own personal choice. And like I tell people, if they want something that's like a diet drink, eat it with a meal, because now you're creating better balance. And that's just like you were saying about the chocolate and the nuts, or, you know, you can always create that balance, because it's really important to just understand how by just simply balancing things, you know, like I did a quick little Facebook Live last night about how I end my dinner, because every night I have a small square of chocolate and I have the rest of my glass of wine. And it works because I can balance it with everything else. It's not like I'm eating a whole big bunch of chocolate or drinking several glasses of wine. You know, you learn that, hey, if I really want to feel great and be healthy and either be losing weight or keeping it where you really want, these are some of the tricks that you can do, and you can enjoy anything you want guilt-free. And that's our whole goal today, is to help you gals remember that no matter what, food should never make us feel guilty. We shouldn't be bad because we ate the whole thing or whatever it is, because the goal is to really just be free from that guilt. We should not have to have that around what we're eating. So anything else you'd love to say about any of that, Crystal?
It is amazing because you don't feel guilt, and knowing how to eat it. Like I still have my coffee creamer that
Okay,
I like,
no problem.
right? I do have my coffee creamer, but I make sure I have my coffee right after I have my breakfast. So I'm having my coffee with my breakfast, and I'm not putting it in an empty stomach with the creamer. And I've even reduced the amount of creamer I use quite considerably. So it's just like a tad colored.
Sure.
And I don't feel guilty about it. That's my one thing that I really enjoy. And I'm still on the right path. And I'm still enjoying the things that I enjoy. And that's a huge win for me.
And that's so important, is that you can incorporate those things that you love. Yes, you might cut back on them, but you can do it and you can feel empowered rather than guilty. And it's that
Absolutely.
empowerment that is so important, because is not empowering. Guilt makes us feel less. And by being able to remove that guilt and feel empowered that, hey, I can make these choices myself, and I don't have to feel bad about any of it, can actually be so empowering. So for tomorrow, you already have your day 18 tracker. And I just wanted to remind everybody that you can still get into the Forget Diets Forever contest. It's FDF, standing for Forget Diets Forever, fdfcontest.com. We have lots of prizes we want to be giving away, so please go in and register for that. And if anybody is still wanting to be able to get into the Summer Member Makeover, we will always take you. Everything is dripped out, although this will end next week. So It will never be just the simple $20 again. So if you have
Join
somebody
now,
that's,
ladies.
yeah, if you're wanting to do something, do it now. And also tomorrow, because of my schedule, everybody's agreed that they will be here at 8:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Now, for us on the East Coast, that's not so terribly bad. We are so excited that Crystal agreed to this, because you're 2 hours behind us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's 6:30 a.m. In her mountain time in Canada. What do you call it in Canada?
It's mountain time.
It's a mountain
here.
time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in her mountain time. So until then, gals, everybody just try and work to make sure that you're creating better balance in everything that you're eating and doing it at the same time. Hey, Donna. We'll just, I wasn't, okay, she's coming in right now.
Hi.
We were just about ready to close, but I'm so thrilled you are here.
I'm so sorry.
No problem. I know that you were probably busy with some grands, right?
Yes.
Getting those grands down for naps. So thank you for joining us. And we were sharing today about how you can have your cake and eat it too, and how important it is to be able to just create that balance to work it in. So would you like to add any comment about that?
I think I am probably the walking dictionary about having your cake and eating it too, because I've partied for the last 2 weeks. I didn't plan this way, but I partied for the last 2 weeks and I still lost weight at the end of 2 weeks. So
you lost 5 pounds, didn't you?
I lost 5 pounds. And I think that, that in itself speaks volumes about how well this program has worked, because I'm the world's worst. It's very difficult to stay stuck to an outline that someone else has prescribed for me. But when you say, just do this one thing today, just do this one thing this day, and one more thing. And Crystal's nodding because she's in total agreement. I know, because it is so simple to add that one thing. And if I can lose weight and I'm not a rule follower, and I can still lose weight just by doing that one simple thing and still have my cake and still enjoy a glass of wine, still enjoy a margarita every once in a while. Hey, I am singing from the rooftops how great this is.
Wonderful, Donna. And Janie was on as we began, and she was saying the same thing, that, it's just kind of hard to believe that you can actually be creating your own rules, not living by somebody else's. You can make those intelligent decisions, and better yet, you can just create that better balance within what you're putting in your system at the time that you're eating. And that it works, and you don't have to feel any guilt by eating the cake or drinking the red wine or having the margarita, because I know I don't. Like I was saying, last night I did a quick little live about how I end my dinner, because every night I have a little square of chocolate and I finish my glass of wine. And yes, it's usually red, because I tend to like red. And but you can do that. You don't have to give up your favorite foods. So thank you for being able to hop on, and we are so thrilled. And I was just reminding everybody that tomorrow morning it's going to be really early, and that if anybody actually really was wanting to still get involved, well, we're still doing this great price to hop on. Just go to summermembermakeover.com and we'll make sure that you get it and it's all dripped out. And then to make sure that everybody signs up for the contest at fdfcontest.com, because we do actually want to be able to give away a bunch of prizes. So anyway, thank you, gals, for joining. I'm Kathy Frost, the founder of Forget Diets Forever, empowering thousands of women to be able to create lasting weight loss, just like Donna, Janie, and Crystal are doing. So until tomorrow, thank you bunches, and have a great day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.